Oh, oh, what? No way! It did it this time. It this time worked. That is extremely awesome. It crashed just before filming. Yeah, and it goes the lightning. RAM usage is back to normal. To unplug my earbuds. You can see the UI of the screen is way brighter than the rest. I think I did that to prevent burn-in. And also, this thing is the worst bass ever. Probably prevent the speakers from blowing out, but it ruins headphones. Like, these things sound pretty decent. I've lost one of them. Yeah, look, it crashed in the background, but these sound pretty okay. They've got bass, mids, and treble. This thing is, if I plug them in here, all the bass is gone. Plug them back in my phone or laptop, my PC or something. Bass back. Then just crash there. Sometimes it actually completely resets the system. Like, I have to wait for it to boot up again. Normally I run an equalizer too in the background. Pump up that brightness to prevent that artifacting. Many games do work, but not all of them. Like, what if I try this one? I haven't tried this one yet. The volume doesn't actually shut off completely. There's a fault in mine. I think you're normally not even able to control the earbud volume through the buttons. In the manual it actually says you have to use the UI. I realized it did work. And also, you got to be careful with that fan cable, so I'm gonna have to fix mine soon. Only two strands of wire are holding the negative probe negatively now. For something that's been supposed to be taken apart, I've had cables survive many more times than this. The same connector. That fan cable. It's the most fragile thing I've ever seen before. Oh. Oh. Oh yeah, look. That's gone. Even the rotation controls are gone. That's what I'm talking about. The entire thing just reboots. Just back to this. Proof that it can't run everything. I can do many mobile games actually. Hillcom Origin fine, Papa Pear Saga fine, Candy Crush fine. Many things do work on here. It's just not everything works. Gotta wait for this to boot up now. I'm gonna skip to when it's done. Okay. It calls it a tablet, but it also calls it a phone for some reason. I don't know why. They don't actually support this. I hate the accelerometer in here. It only works with their stuff, and it doesn't work right. But you can run Angry Birds. Like, look at how many games I have on it. I've tried Mario Kart Live, whatever, how it was called, Mario Kart Tour or something. Didn't work. It just didn't want to do it. Subway Surf touchscreen freaks out sometimes. I can show you actually. I've got a testing app. Let's see, where is that app again? Did I remove it? No, that is. It's a bit hard to see on camera, but I mean, if I swipe like this a few times, it eventually gets all jittery, and that's when Subway Surfers doesn't want to work anymore. Like this time, it actually works pretty damn nice. Oh yeah, there he goes. It's starting to get a bit flaky now. Okay, let's try that. let's try Subway Surfers. I've had many problems with the game. It's not working all that well. You can build this yourself. This is actually the most convenient thing ever. I mean, it can run it. I've turned the sound off. Like, okay, now it's working fine. I'm gonna now look at my screen itself so that I don't have any lag. It's actually working fine now. I think my touchscreen was just flaky for some time, and now it's fine. There's no issues. It just works fine now. When I was first testing this in a few days, it wouldn't work right, especially when connected to my inverter for charging. It was just 2 inch interference, and I couldn't even play many games. And if you held the screen, it sometimes will just randomly crap out. And sometimes stop working altogether, forcing a reboot. It's actually lagging a bit, actually. Shouldn't do that once it's completely done booting. I mean, this proves to show it can run it. It can run many things. Like, I mean, especially since I've overclocked it, it's running at like 2.1 gigahertz. It's actually as high as my power will go in a stable manner. The GPU, it doesn't show there, but I've set it to 650 megahertz. It's about as powerful as an Intel HD graphics from 2013 in a laptop. And I'm referring to the Acer Aspire E157. It's actually my second laptop. I've lived like 5 years out of that thing or something. It does can get pretty warm. He'll come later, racing it. Yeah, it just works. Let's just unplug this. I'm probably upset by unplugging my Microsoft keyboard. Yeah, upset it. No, there it is, okay. It's not sound. Speakers get pretty loud, and I don't want to blow them up with the music and everything, but it can run. It does work. Especially if it starts responding, probably something's lagging. We can. I've played this for a while actually. It's gonna be something to do one-handed. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at that. Oh yeah, I can hear the sound kicking in, even though it's volume 0. We're not on camera. It's actually running at 60 FPS, but to increase video quality on this crappy phone from Motorola, set it to 30 hertz. It's 30 FPS, the camera. Otherwise, I realized that it will ruin the quality by upscaling 720p. Like, it just runs. I gotta came over for a bit here, so I can continue on. But it does work. I've patched the heck out of this app, and it crashes when it loads an ad actually. I won't show that to you. This one's broken. I am not able to patch this app since the Google Play Store updated it and it ruined the certificates. Yeah. Can't patch it enough progress. I think I can't show it. Just turn off the internet. Boom. Oh no. Defunct game. It might Rovio go, but nah. It's fine. This is actually the good Angry Birds, like the good one. Just some quick ass gameplay here. This is actually like better than those kid tablets I had. Like holy hell, are those terrible? They've got the same type of almost the same type of speakers. So can I do this? No, I can't. Yeah, it works. Angry Birds, like all works. Sound is off. Can turn that on. We'll put something under it to prop it up. Oh, that's the sleep mode button, yeah. Sometimes I can't figure out the buttons. But it does run. Don't know if that's audible on camera. Yeah, you can shoot your bird. Kill them pigs. All at 60 FPS. No lag. Doesn't even get hot. This isn't a really ancient version. Okay, let's get the ancient version of Candy Crushes. The reason is there's still modern versions out there, but it's not the Candy Crush if it's not slow like the normal. It just goes. So let's. That's later actually. Oh yeah, okay. Let's see if this button still works. It probably works, but I turned off the Wi-Fi. But let's fix that. By the way, this is a Raspberry Pi 4 and a SunFound Raspad 3. Most people call it the Raspad. Raspberry Pi Power Tablet. People can put Pi 5s in these. It's just to make it clear that, yeah, look, the link still works. It's all the same link, even after like all these years. This is actually 1.0.5. Let's do this on camera. Maybe I win, maybe I lose. This is like lost this one 5 times already or something. Also, one neat trick you can do with this King games: change your date and time, and you can get free lives. I do it all the time. It still works, by the way. It's just time related. Bit difficult to do this on camera. And also, you can rotate the screen actually, make it a bit bigger. Just for video, not gonna. Probably not gonna get this one then. Yeah, it's a bit difficult to grasp on camera. I think I'm right that I'm not gonna win this again. But that's okay. No way I did! Always on camera. Time to shine. Oh, that's later, okay. Not showing secrets. Speakers actually sound pretty good without the EQ on. But with the EQ on, the speakers can get pretty hot, as I've realized. So I think the bass is gone for a reason, to prevent the speakers from blowing up. So means the amp is probably overkill for this thing. Still a pretty neat tablet, you can do anything with it. Although the inbuilt USB stick I bought in it, SanDisk really sucks actually. Like those USB sticks, that thing got so it's super slow now and it's no longer usable. I can show you that though. And because of that, I cannot use the touch because Wayland is loading. Once I get a new USB stick, I'm gonna just reinstall everything. And yeah, lost. So let's take it there from that game. This works too. Another defunct game actually. All these games are like almost all of them are defunct except this one. Not the best at this. These games did actually play on like kid tablets back in the day. And I had very many of them when I was young. Always broke them too. Except the last one I had. Before I got a decent one. Before then I had a Tomtec though, but later on I got a Tab A. Lasted a few years. And then it broke. But then I got another one. I don't have it anymore. It's broken. Screen shattered and everything. It's a bit of a garbage tablet though. I think I'm gonna keep on using this thing for years if the newer Pis will fit in here. Just like the Pi 5 will. Seeing if this could fit. No, it's not gonna work. No possible combinations here. I suppose. Just some pros is gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing? It's actually got like some kind of stereo to it too. But the speakers are packed so closely together. It really doesn't make a difference. If they just use the mono speaker. But I was actually expecting worse with how tiny the speakers were. But they sound pretty good actually. Comparable to that from an old Samsung tablet. It's not like iPad level of quality. I mean, it's not an Apple product anyway, so. What the heck? Okay, let's see. I have some more left. Another Rovio game. This one actually still exists, so I have to disconnect this from the. Oh wait, no, I actually patched it. Look here. Look here. It's gonna glitch out. Yes, I think this SD card's actually getting slower. Look, white box. It's because I turn off literally all the ad services. Why? Another one. Can't interact with it. It's actually 10-point multi-touch, so if I do this, it's gonna register it all. I can actually show that. I can, if I had like a Raspberry Pi camera, that will work too. But I can actually show that. Like that's 5 fingers, but it can do double that. It's really good actually. This tablet. The first Raspad, I took a look at it. It was very hard to find, and that was terrible. Like that was just terrible. And 100 paper shatters faster. Like I've seen a video where they put like a 3501 motor on it, and the paper just went, it'll shed it. Just doing some quick gameplay. Probably gonna be another long video. I'm gonna clear some things out on this SD card too. Love how it's got a tutorial for that nowadays. Some quickie gameplay. Just simple. This is actually running Android 15. If you're wondering how I got all of these on there, get this. I've got root access on there. I've got root access. Look at that. Root. It's all possible because of constant getting. I've heard of like Lemon Crest with Roblox. Can't find it. It's probably defunct anyway and works fine enough. I've heard of this iPad game. For some reason, they ported it to Android for like 3 version and stopped again. Trying to look for the volume. This is a bit louder. It does do it. It does many things. I am amazed that there's an Android version for this ancient little thing. It's pretty difficult on camera. I could do this pretty well in IRL. Screen actually looks way better in real life though. And another game that most people have heard of. This one. Zeptolab. It's also not a really old version, as usual, as I like the old versions. They're better. But if you have already wondered why there's USB on that, it's just because I've inbuilt a little USB stick into it from SanDisk. An Ultra Shift 32 gigabyte that was lying around, and let me tell you, it's self-destructed in here. It just went, nope, not doing this, and it just started to die on me. But it can run many things. Like, it's just, this is all simple. I'm not gonna get the modern equivalents. I don't really think this thing can run GTA. And I'm not even willing to, but I've tried a lot of things, even wireless microphone, but nah. Nobody has heard of this as far as I know. The Game of Goose thingy. Well, you need one of these. Well, I used old batteries or just plastic geese, and like special thing will just do this. Yeah, it just works fine. And this is ancient. Like this will install on Android 14. It's just so old. Like this is 2012 or something. This one. I think I'm gonna not end that off, but I've got one more left. Remember that firework video? It's on here too. It's probably collecting the white balance for my LED bulb. Let me tell you, the thing gets like 150 degrees in there. I should clean my camera. It's pretty terrible. There we go, better. Let me tell you, this light is actually warm white. It's looking cool one on the camera. Why is it so noisy on the camera? It isn't noisy in real life. Because of this moto. Terrible. If this all goes well, I think I can win this. My Galaxy 9 microphone was better until the Android 14 update. That ruined the microphone. It just sounds terrible now. Except on Poo, it just works fine there. But it's got some amazing noise reduction in there. And yes, my DVD camera is actually broken. The little joystick thing broke. It won't register the direction of down anymore, and now it just doesn't anything. I'll have to reuse the remote when I use it. Still can record though, but just not finalize. Let's go. See, did I miss some? Nope. Got almost all of them. The final one. Both fans will be just like scared of this, but it's invincible. I haven't even logged into the account yet. It's just invincible. Like, you can't kill him. Is the max potion already affordable? Oh yeah, it is. Boom. The mic is non-existent, as far as you can see. There's no microphone in this. But everything seems to work. I haven't tried this yet. Can you actually do this? Oh yeah, you can. Actually, my mattress is blocking the sound again. Battery life was 3 to 5 hours actually on this. There's no air control on this. There you go. Instead of the neck breaking sound effect, they just fall out. That's how it works in this. I think that's the problem, and my account doesn't work. Lucky patch like years ago, and yeah, I patched the ads out for some reason on my own account. I don't even have to patch the app. No, we have done everything, but in the future, I'm gonna do 3D Mark and Geek Pen Bench. Those are future, but I want this. I want to let you show you one thing: how slow the USB stick has gone in there. So shut this down. I'm gonna shut this down in real time. Get stuck here for a little bit, and then it will shut off. And by the way, this is the battery indicator. By the way, very simple. I don't know why they didn't four like blinking empty, solid, just almost empty. This half full and this almost full to full. That's how they should have done it. You can build many things out of it. I've seen online somebody like drilling a hole and putting RTL SDR in it. I'm not gonna do that yet. Let me tell you, this is actually an e-reader SD card. This came out of a broken e-reader. A Kobo, what was it? I don't know anymore. It was one of the cheapest ones actually. And it was broken. It barely worked. So I reused this SanDisk SD card. I've had it for like a year now or something. 1 to 2 years. And it still works. See the leftover, like, it had 6 written on it. Funny thing is, only half of it was partitioned. It was a 16 gig card, and it was only 8 gig available. When I popped it in my computer, I could see why. 8 gigs unallocated. Because here it's booting. But don't get your hopes up too high. This USB stick is ridiculously slow. Like, I mean, sometimes it's fast, but sometimes it gets so slow it's literally unusable, and I have to do many forced restarts. Planning on getting a new one. By the way, this is the power supply. It's not even Sunfounder. It's Kirda. So probably they're just sourcing power supplies. I don't know why they made the cable so short. It means you just got this lump of black brick hanging from it sometimes. I also got like a new power cable for my laptop. Can't easily get a hold of these heavy little things. 135 watts. Laptop's rated for 65, well, it actually pulls 120 now. Look at how much cable length there is on this thing. It was even on the old adapter, the 45 watt one. Look, it's frozen. That's what it always does. I've tried everything to force Wayland, but I've got my ways. I've got my ways to get Wayland running. See, it's frozen. It's just not learning anything. This is real time. Plus it on there and just give it a bit more airflow with the high CPU load. Well, there's quite a bit of air coming out. I'd actually put tape around the fan. It'll start overheating. Reason is, it was just blowing the air back in. So seal it off. And that did it. And that's when I realized my cable was starting to fail. I'm gonna fix that soon. By putting a bit of hot glue on top. Look, it's almost done. Like, normally Ubuntu didn't take that long to boot on this USB. It was just be done like in like half a minute. Well, I have never had this happen. That doesn't happen normally. But let me think. Not working. So I'm gonna fix it. It's real time. This is real time. Loading the terminal, the console. Okay. I'm gonna log on. If it didn't do any mistypes, it should work. In that, it takes so long. I typed a bit of my password in. Luckily, it was not all of it. Otherwise, I'd have to edit this video. Try 2. Is it real time? I think it recognized that it's the right password. This is real time. It's still on this. This is on this USB stick too. I've put it in my laptop and the write speed was atrociously slow. The read speed will go back up to like 10, 20. And and no, I didn't. 10, 20 megabytes per second. So that's like 5, 1. The write speed, 200 kilobytes per second. And it would get so hot I couldn't even touch it. It's just dying in here. Oh, no way. Look at it. It's still loading. I've entered my password. Enter again. Probably USB stick's done by now. This is slower than it was like 2 days ago. This is even slower. Just up the focus. There we go. Got it. It's still loading. It's still loading. Oh boy. I put it on a server so that it can get more airflow. Also, that Ethernet port, the cable that's shipped with it, doesn't work with gigabit Ethernet. Like, it's so terrible a cable. I'll have to look for one of those rare short ones. It's about this long. Like, let's see, can I? Yeah, it's about this long. Like about like this. Probably even shorter or something, but it's about like this size. Can't find them anywhere. Look at that. Getting somewhere. How long? This is taking longer than just 2 days ago. And there we go. Apparently my phone entered energy saving mode and it killed the video. To fix it, I want to see how long it takes for that notification to pop up for like password. Okay, not that long actually. That actually worked. Okay. And see, touch now works. Okay, time to enter in my password. If I hit enter, let's see what happens. I'll actually see if I can plug in my phone whilst recording. Because now it's done loading. Finally. Oh, actually, that worked. See how long it takes to open Brave. It's just like the simplest thing. Starting off with 1 minute and 37 seconds. Still loading. Let's get the system monitor out. I've had this thing flip out many times because of how slow this USB stick is. Prop it up with the keyboard too. Don't need a keyboard anymore. Oh, there we go. No more light bulb inside. Inside. Still loading. The USB stick's gone even slower now. USB 3 wasn't working all. Look at that system monitor even wins it. Look at the read speed. Look at that sag down. It's very unstable. And the write speed also unstable. Look, now it's gone really slow again. And then a bit yeah. And the reading has stopped. This is literally the disk activity. I can't even install an OS. Like, it will take like 6 hours. I waited half a day just to get this OS installed. Oh my gosh. Over 100 megabit Ethernet too. Normally that's faster than like Wi-Fi, but in this case, it was the same. Yeah, it's still not downloading. Start off with 1 minute and 37 seconds when I clicked it. We're at 4 minutes and 80 seconds now. On the recording, too. Yeah, it's just doing slow. And yet this SD card, after all it's been through, still boots up, still is responsive, still is good. It even got dropped many times and it's been laying around on my desk for a long time. Still works. There's no reading going on at all now. Gives you an idea how slow it is. I've got this set up, but I don't know why what the processor utilization doesn't work properly. Probably averages out. Is that a maximum? Like, there's no settings icon. There, oh my gosh, yeah, it's messed up. Now, this is the 8 GB Pi. Like, this is the top of the line Raspberry Pi 4. And I'm also gonna plan on getting a top of the line Raspberry Pi 5 with an active cooler and battery. RTC battery, actually. It's gonna be for the clock. 2 days ago, we could actually use this for YouTube. Now, it's this. It's just not gonna do it. Yeah, I think the USB stick is starting to completely shatter itself now. See how long it takes for it to shut off. This is taking too long. I can't shut it off. I can't shut it off. What? Can I? No. Oh yeah, it's locked up. It's locked up. This is the issue I had many times. Oh no, extension. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Power off. See how long it takes for that screen to come up. Yeah, locked it up again. It's just dead. I also need to go to the toilet pretty soon, so yeah, this is gonna be amazing. Pressed the volume key by accident. Friend actually thought it was an iPhone only thing. We're messing around and it just went. Entire case like video ends. There we go. Still things I'm locked into the console, but it just stopped responding there. I clicked power off. I clicked power off and it's not doing anything. That's how bad this has gotten. It's gone even worse. Look at that, there we go. Okay, that actually went pretty well. Well then, that's the end of that. Messing up this thing. Remove SD card before disassembly. Yeah, otherwise you're gonna just break it. This is the fan. Put a camera on. You can stick a camera on the back and make it look uglier. I'm not gonna do that. Well then, that's amazing.